Okay, today we want to take a look at Kobi's discus throw PR of over 50 meters today. All right, now I want to break that down. I want to go over some things I haven't really talked about before, so this will be the first time. Okay, so when the right foot's landing, you can see he's landing with the very high heel and the toe down. So let's compare that with Alekna here. So you can see Kobi on the left with that very high toe. You can see how the angle of his shin and his body is very leaned over. So he's got a pretty high angle here. Then you can see with Alekna, as he lands with a flatter foot, the heel's quite a bit lower. You can see that brings him up more upright. So I think what ends up happening is a lot more balanced. His upper body is not leaning over as much. Okay, so I do encourage the throwers to try to land with the flatter foot and to wait for the ground to come up to you. Don't try to reach down for the ground. You can see how that high heel brings your shin angle greater, and your whole body is also going to be angled more, so you're not going to be quite as balanced. Okay, so let's go on. That's the first thing. There's going to be four things we're going to talk about. And then, okay, we're moving on. And then we're looking at the left toes down here. You can see right here, his foot should come down right about here. That'd be perfect. But he continues to rotate it back, and now it lands here. And there's quite a bit of distance here. You want this left toe to be more in line with the right heel here. Okay, so he's off pretty wide here, and you'll see the effect of that later on. The other thing is his upper body is pretty open. That's this yellow line now through his shoulders. What you want to see is the discus over here, this end of the green line, and the left shoulder, left arm, or left shoulder, left arm, to the elbow along this line here, facing about, and with the chest about 12 o'clock. That way the hips are facing 9, chest will be out here, the shoulders facing 12 for his maximum separation between the shoulders and the hips. You can see he's quite a bit open here. So he's got quite a bit more distance. Even though he's already thrown 50 feet, or 50 meters for a PR today, he's got quite a bit left. All right, so let's go on. All right, next thing is we're looking at when the this position here. He's getting ready to go into the release, coming out of the power position, and you can see the angle between his shoulders and the discus is it's pretty steep. It's 120 degrees is what I measured roughly, and you can see with the Alekna here, it's only 141, so he's a lot more straighter. 180 would be straight across, and they all both reach out eventually. Actually, I think Kobi never really does reach that because he pushes the shoulder forward and the arms always, and the discus is always a little bit farther back. With Alekna and most of the Olympic throwers, you'll see when they'll get to the point where that discus is caught up and it's straight across from the shoulder, so 180 degrees basically. Okay, so you don't want that discus too far back. You don't want this to be too sharp of an angle. I've seen people even at 90 degrees, and then you're really just driving that shoulder, but you're leaving the discus behind. You're not going to get any power that way. Okay, so let's take a look at the next thing. Okay, so just maybe one more frame later. Okay, right here. Because his feet were so wide apart, the right leg is pushing this direction. It's angled out, and you want to have those feet closer together about where this green line is. And you take a look at Valerie Allman, you can see both her feet are almost parallel here, vertically. And so she's driving that right hip around the left. She's driving straight forward here, and then it's going to go around that left side block. But you can see with Kobi here, he's driving from outside. So he's pushing himself really to the left. But if he had his right foot here, he'd be able to drive better around that block rather than pushing himself off to the left here. And he falls off balance at the finish too. So, okay. And I think that was the last thing. Then we just finish the throw. Oh, the other thing I was going to talk about, I already mentioned it to Kobi, is in the air, there's quite a bit of wobble in the discus. You can see the flight. Okay. And I see that typically when I see the arm back like this. And then it's trying to catch up. It's not all one connected line with the shoulders and the discus. And yeah, that's what happens. I see the discus come out and it's wobbling, very unstable. So that's another reason to not let that discus get too far behind. All right, and that's all I had. So Kobi, great job making your PR. You got a few things here that we talked about that can probably help you add some more distance there. So if you make any changes, send me another video. We'll take a look. Congratulations. Thanks.